Good morning, YouTubers. What's up? Today, 87 degrees. It's Thursday the 20th. That means tomorrow is going to be my little boy's birthday, which is awesome. He's going to be 2 years old. Make sure you guys wish him a happy birthday in the comments. He's not going to be able to read it, but still, throw some celebration his way. It's so crazy how fast that goes. Man, life just cruises sometimes. You just blink and you're like, woo, where'd the last year go? But this morning, you guys, when I was listening to my headphones during my workout, I got a message that I wanted to receive or to tell you guys. It's something that I figured out a few years back, and that is take smaller bites, do less. With a lot of us, when we start to get this motivational peak in our lives, we tend to try to stop all of our bad habits, and we tend to try to start creating good habits, just too many of them at one time. So for an example, with me, like 8 years ago or so, I used to drink and smoke and go to the bar all the time, and I used to eat bad foods, and I never went to the gym, and I was just like, and then all of a sudden, I think I met somebody, and then he was teaching me a bunch of stuff about, you know, this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden I was like, I was feeling motivated. And then I was like, I'm gonna start going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. And then after I go to the gym, I'm gonna get home and all I'm gonna eat is chicken and broccoli, and I'm gonna quit smoking, I'm gonna quit swearing, I'm gonna start reading all the time, blah, blah, blah. And after a week went by, I was just like burnt out because I was just doing way too much. And that is true with a lot of us. So if you find yourself in this situation where you can't get started, or you can't find the motivation to get started, for instance, let's say you're trying to quit smoking, like, don't just try to quit smoking cold turkey. Like, take it down, like take out, you know, do little increments at a time. Like, if you smoke a pack a day, take it down to like 15 cigarettes a day. Try to fill that, you know, those spaces, those empty spaces, because that's usually where we get ourselves in trouble, you guys, is when we're dormant and we're not doing anything, so we're not fulfilling our time wisely. Like, go outside and just like wash your car, or, you know, go for a walk. Like, that is a good exercise. Walking is a great exercise. It clears your mind. And then if you're gonna walk, don't put headphones in and listen to the god-awful music that has been playing for the last decade. Like, listen to something peaceful, listen to some jazz music, or listen to something that's gonna help you, like a good podcast, like something that's gonna help you save money or build wealth, something like that that's gonna help you. Don't destroy a good thing with a bad thing. When you stick that crap in your ears and you're listening to, you know, these terrible people out here that are making awful music these days, you're just gonna, it's the same thing as saying you become who you surround yourself with. It's the same thing as when you're listening to that crap all the time. So if you got like a 20 or 30 minute drive or commute to work, stop listening to crap. I'm telling you, like, you might not consciously be thinking that you're picking up on it, but your subconscious never sleeps. Your subconscious is always taking in all the information. So when you're going for those walks, or you're taking those drives, or whatever it might be, like, if you're gonna listen to something that's gonna be productive in your life, that adds a little bit of value to you. And back to what I was saying, take everything you do in small bites. Don't try to just change your life overnight. Like, do a little bit here and a little bit there. Like, if you want to start going to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, start by going once or twice. And then, you know, after you've did it for like 30 or 60 days, just add a little bit more. Add another day, or work out a little bit longer, or, you know, just do anything that you can just to add a little bit more value to that thing. Because what happens is we just get overwhelmed, and then all of a sudden we go back to our safe space, which is what we were before we got started. It happens all the time. I see it all the time. And what's really crappy is when you listen to these motivational speakers, and you listen to like these motivational coaches and stuff like that try to tell you, you got to get up and give it 120%, and you got to dig, and you got to grind, and blah, blah, blah. And that's all well and true, but for them, it's way different from us, because we're so used to being in our comfort zone, and we're so used to being on autopilot, and we're so used to just, you know, being in this rat race and doing the same thing time and time again, over and over and over. But what we fail to realize is that we're not used to working out 5 days a week and eating 6 solid meals of chicken and broccoli every day and not smoking cigarettes and reading 3 books a month. Like, we're not used to that. So whenever you step out of your comfort zone, your brain and your body is like, it's in fight or flight mode. It's like, dude, like, no, we're not doing that. That's uncomfortable. We don't like that. That's unsafe. So 9 times, well, probably 10 times out of 10, you're just gonna either, I mean, you're just gonna give it all up instead of just giving up that little bit. You know what I mean? So like, do something small and then just do it and do it and do it and do it. And after you do it, I can't remember the number exactly, but I think it's 90 days. It just becomes a habit. So if you're going to the gym once or twice a week, after 90 days, it's a habit. So then throw in something else. Say, you know what? I'm gonna read 20 pages a day instead of wasting 3 or 4 hours on TikTok or social media. And that's kind of ironic because I'm literally making a YouTube video for you guys. But I'm serious, like, instead of getting home and then you're like, oh, here we go, you know, like, why? What is the point of anything if that's how your life's gonna be every day? When you wake up and you're just like, I gotta go to this job and I gotta do this and this sucks, blah, blah, blah. Like, make small changes. Do little things that will progress you to become a better person, and don't get so overwhelmed with trying to do everything all at once. Like, it's not your, like, you are your own competition. It's just you and against you. So don't feel like if somebody else next to you is doing 10 times better that you need to be better than them. Like, it's not that type of way. Like, we don't have to do that. Just take small bites. Small bites. You guys, do me a huge favor, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do everything lawn care here, and then I also try to give these little tiny messages to you guys when I can. I have been, you know, I would say I've been learning a lot in the past decade. I've listened to a ton of different podcasts. No podcasts. I listened to a ton of different motivational speakers like Les Brown and Tony Robbins, Will Smith, and then Eric Taylor and stuff like that. I've listened to a ton of them. I've also read a crap ton of books about, you know, like, there's a big old dog running down the street. Self-building books, stuff like that. So I just try to spread the word whenever I can. There's plenty of negativity out there, so I'm not here to add any of that. But you guys, if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you have any questions whatsoever, or if you need help with anything, or if you're concerned about something, or you want to know when and how you can get started, leave it in the comments. I do the best that I can to make sure that I respond to all of your guys' comments. I really do. I spend a good 15 minutes a day, probably, at least, just reading the comments and trying to accommodate you guys, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this channel, and if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have over 1,300 subscribers already. And I really appreciate it, you guys. This channel is growing extremely fast. I mean, when you look at when you Google how fast a channel grows on YouTube, this one is like in the top 1% of growth. It's up there. It's growing pretty quick, and I do appreciate you guys, all the love and the support in the comment section. I like the fact that we're building a little community here of lawn care people and business entrepreneurs and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, life is so damn hard. Why do we have to fight each other? Let's just help each other. Let's build each other up, and let's just move on and grow as like a big old group. That's what we really need these days. So I'm gonna go pick up Dakota and probably tell him the same message. Dakota is a one-of-a-kind person, you guys. I can't thank him enough. He really just stepped up and has become so clutch. I'm doing everything I can to make sure I accommodate him and take care of him, because without him, you guys, I would be out here dying by myself, weed whacking and edging and blowing and mowing. I'm so thankful for him, and every day I really do appreciate what he does for me, and I let him know that. And if you guys got workers out there doing even just the smallest amount for you guys, make sure you let them know, like, hey, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this, that, and the other. Like, just show a little gratitude towards the people that work for you. All right, I'll see you guys on when we get to the next spot. All right, here we are at the first property. You guys remember, this is the big one. Just gonna kind of give Dakota a little lowdown on what we're doing, and as you can see, it has hardly even grown. And they don't do any watering whatsoever here, but you can, last time I was here, cut it at 4 inches, and you can see now it's not very tall at all. Very little growth. And this is probably one of the better sides of the property. I'm assuming that field is barely grown at all. So yeah, just weed whack. I like to do like the outside of the rocks or whatever, and then I go on the inside up top. I go in there and I do that too. And then we're gonna do that for these 3 spots, and then we're gonna go through right here and we're gonna weed whack along the building, and then along this fence, and then along that fence, and then there's like a tree and some stuff over there, but I'm gonna help you do that too. And then pretty much after that, I'm gonna mow, and then we're gonna pack up, and then we're gonna go over there. I'll drive over there so we don't have to walk and do all that crap. So not that much to it, but we're gonna get the weed whacking started. And I'll kind of just follow your, you know, or you just follow my lead, or I'll follow yours, or whatever it may be. Just for context, you guys, it is 9:25. We'll just say 9:30. And we're gonna get started on this front part. Get this part done, and then move over here to the big one. Ooh. hours. 2 hours. I'm pretty sure we started at 9:30 or something like that. And also, Dakota was doing a lot of filming, and he did a lot, but we spent most of the time watching me mow. A good 20 minutes probably watching me mow. That whole field that you just see me do was, I started at 10:50, so it took 45 minutes to mow that yard right there, and that's definitely over an acre. I mean, it's definitely but yeah, 2 hours, you guys. $375. 2 hours. Yeah, and you guys want me to charge more? You're crazy. I can't even justify how much that is. That's $375. What is that? I don't even know what the math is on that, honestly. That's crazy. So that's $187 an hour. $187 an hour. 2 hours, and I wasn't on my mower the entire time, but this mower is roughly $20 an hour, so you can subtract that. That's gas and maintenance and everything like that. It's $20 an hour. Yeah, and if I paid D $20 an hour, that's $80, so that's $107 of pretty much profit. That's crazy. I'd say we're right on the money with the price, if not a little bit over. But Dakota did a lot of extra stuff that I didn't do last time either, too. So, yeah, 11:30 now. We're gonna head to the next spot. Man, I felt all them bumps. That heat was crazy. That was a very bumpy, as you guys seen in the video, very bumpy, but it was awesome. I'm gonna blow this thing off really good, and then I'll see you guys when we get to the next spot. Oh boy, it's been a hot one. Dakota and I were out here sweating our butts off. But I hope you guys enjoyed the mowing footage. And like I said in the video, we did it in 2 hours and they paid us $375. and the growth was just about nothing. There was probably a couple inches of growth. It's what I guessed. I figured it would. Regardless if it rains or whatever, when you don't water your grass here where I'm at, the grass really just doesn't grow that much, especially in the dead of summer. But we ended up doing a couple other bush trimming jobs for one of my clients. We went there for lunch, and she asked us the next time we come around if we could trim up the bushes, and I said I'll take care of it while I'm here, because she made me a really good lunch. So obviously lunch was on the house today, and that was awesome. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the upcoming videos. If you guys want to ask me any questions, or Dakota any questions, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.